of November to the 5th of November. And we have taken the location of Pragati Maidan for holding this event. We have covered hall number 1 to hall number 6 and 14 as well. And almost 23,000 square meters of space will be covered by 1,200 and more exhibitors. So this is going to be a large scale event to showcase the food processing industry's capabilities to the world. And we look forward to a great participation from the states. We have 23 of them who have confirmed, and we have a few countries who are also on board. So the event is going to be a great showcase to the world that India is really coming up in the food processing sector.
It is the second edition of the World Food India, and it is being held as the world is celebrating the International Year of Millets. As we all know, millets are superfoods. The world is also recognizing it. So is there any special focus on promoting millets in the 3-day mega event?
Millets have been focus for the ministry right from the beginning of the year 2023, and we have generally been doing a lot of activities pertaining to this. We have now plenty of industrial units which are making millets food also. In this particular event, millets is going to be an important pillar. We have a large number of products made by industry members on display, and hopefully there will be great deals coming through for them, whereby they will be able to tie up business arrangements to sell these products not just in the country but abroad as well. We also have a food street there where we will be showcasing a lot of food made out of millets. And we look forward to people coming and tasting it and realizing that food made out of millets need not be less in taste compared to the other foods. So this is one part of it. Apart from that, all the millets related processing units are going to find their place in the halls there, and they will have a good opportunity to interact with businesses and have a potential for sales for future.
The event is being held with the objective of making India the food basket of the world. Would you like to elaborate more on this?
The fact that India is the food basket of the world is now something that no one can dispute about, with the numbers speaking for itself. The food grain production of the country went from 252 million tons in 14-15 to 331 million ton during 22-23, which is a large amount of food that we produce. Similarly, agri-food production has gone up from being 30,000 crores in the year 14-15 to rupees 1 lakh crore to the year 22-23. The food export that we do is also very impressive now, from being $36.17 billion in 2014-15. We have come up to $51.04 billion, which is quite sizable. And out of this, the processed food is 13.07 billion in comparison to 4.96 being done in the year 14-15. So the growth has been phenomenal, and we are consistently growing at around 8.5% annually. So we look forward to this number galloping, and there is no doubt that India has great potential of becoming the food hub for the world, particularly because we have a lot of processing capacity which exists, and a lot of it has gotten developed under the PLI scheme of the government, which will be funding the production made under these units which have been provided the scheme, and the units are making a lot of investment of their own. So future is bright.
The past 9 years have witnessed a lot of growth and advancement in the food processing industry in India. The technological advancements and innovations that are happening in the sector with the active support of the government. So how the technology is revolutionizing the food processing sector, and will it also be showcased in upcoming 3-day mega event?
See, there is no way that we could have done this event without bringing technology into the picture, because that is an area where we really need to strengthen ourselves much more than what we are today. We have a lot of large companies who will be demonstrating their technologies, and it's an opportunity for the smaller units to learn from them. Apart from that, we look forward to the possibility of our companies to be suppliers of intermediary or finished products to the countries abroad. In the normal parlance, what happens is that you tie up with a company for supplying a product to them. They share technology with you so that you make products at the standard and quality that they expect. So that's going to be a very major learning experience for our units. Apart from that, we have a lot of technological institutions which are going to be on board in this event. That includes NIFTIMS, the ICAR, the ICMR. Such institutions are going to be there, and they are going to do a lot of technology related dissemination during the sessions that are going to be held in the event.
Food processing industry has a lot of scope for investment and job creation also. How will this event be helpful in fulfilling these objectives?
As far as jobs are concerned, my view is that food processing really is a sector which holds a large number of people working into it. We have the official numbers as far as the registered organizations are concerned, and total employment that this sector provides for the registered units is has a 12% share in the total segment of employment that we have as a report with the government. But apart from the registered numbers, there are plenty of non-registered units which are engaged in food processing but probably do not find place in this data. Even otherwise, it is very easy to start a food processing unit. Wherever there is raw material, you can set up a food processing unit. Investment required is not extremely high. The investment is of a very low scale, and it is easy to figure out a food which is to the liking of the people, and you start manufacturing it. So that's a potential that we want to play about, and we want the companies to spread out their units all over the country to manufacture processed foods, which ultimately will lead to a large number of employment happening.
Startups have a lot of potential for job creation, and they also have been the focus of the government. A number of entrepreneurs will also participate in the 3-day event. So, how the World Food India is planning to cater them?
We have a large number of startups who are going to be there in this event, and they are going to showcase their products and their skills there, which will find a lot of takers as far as the large industries are concerned. We have given them a space which they will hopefully be utilizing to their best benefits. In addition to that, we have also done a startup challenge wherein we have identified some companies who will be coming up with some good solutions for the propagation of processed food made out of millets. And this challenge has now got its winners, which we have kept under wrap. We can announce them only during the event. So they will be given their prize money, and not just the prize money, they will also be given a service of hand holding by our NIFTEMs for the next 2 years so that they come up with their solution and their products. So these are a few things that we have planned, and in any case, the business opportunity is always available for all these companies there.
A lot many international companies will also participate in the upcoming event. So, how will they benefit from it?
India is going to be the food hub, and we are going to be the biggest raw material producers for the world because we have the potential in terms of having relatively very reasonable rate for the labor cost, the land, everything put together. So the potential of these companies to come and explore the tie-ups with industries in India is what that we are actually focusing on. They will be able to tie up with products. They will be able to tie up with not just Indian products, but products which they need to be supplied to those countries. All Indian foods are not finding universal buyers because of the taste factor, but our companies will be able to learn new tastes for products from the companies which are abroad, and they will become a very, very huge source of revenue for Indian companies. So we are hoping that these international companies are able to create a lot of tie-ups in India. We also look forward to them bringing in investment into India, because the benefit need not only be provided by the companies who are already in existence. The large companies can also look forward to investment in India, and that facilitation will be provided by the state governments who are participating in this event. And we have had a lot of tie-up requests for meetings, etc., from the international companies to the state governments and vice versa, which will definitely yield a lot of results.
As India is committed to the Sustainable Development Goals, so how the World Food India is aligned with this objective?
See, promoting sustainable practices is a very important goal that we have in this event. And you will be interested in knowing that we are also showcasing quite a few of the products which are made with sustainable technology in the event. We are doing a lot of renewable energy related discussions so that the companies are aware of the fact that this energy is much more beneficial for them rather than using the regular source of energy. And a lot of green technology will be presented to everybody there. And sustainable agriculture practices are being helped with large industry holding hand for the farmers. So all these are definitely going to show a lot of results.
A lot is said about the sustainable packaging solutions. Would you like to elaborate more on this, like how the World Food India will promote the adoption of such environment-friendly solutions?
See, one thing that we need to recognize is that plastics have kind of become almost indispensable in the world today. And we receive packaged food at home only because these plastics and the variants are available. The way out would be to find out how to recycle them or change their form in a way that it becomes easy for them to get absorbed in the natural resources. So we have had a lot of discussions with the industry in this regard, and they are bringing in a lot of packaging solutions. I cannot reveal a few of them that are coming up now, but there are a few items which are of great interest where completely perishable material is being used to develop not plastics but something similar to plastics, which will help in packaging, and packaging material which are prepared out of totally perishable raw material, which will ultimately get easily converted in nature through natural processes. So unfortunately, I'm unable to reveal that information today because that is kept under wrap and will be revealed on the first day of the event. You'll get to know about it.
India is an agriculture based economy, and as we know, the government is continuously focusing on enhancing the farmers' income. The growth in the food processing sector is directly linked with the welfare of the farmers. This event is also an opportunity to give a major boost to the farming sector. Do you think so?
Yes, absolutely. The entire event will ultimately, whatever benefits are generated out this event, will ultimately flow down to the farmer, who's the base material producer. So, figure that I quoted as to the unprocessed category of food that is being exported, in the sense that just the fruit or just the grains are going, they are a great opportunity for the industry to start processing and adding value to it. Value addition is the only method that is available to the economic sector to make the best out of any raw material that is available. So once the processing starts, or rather once the processing gets a big push through events like this one, we will have all the raw material that goes out with unprocessed be processed in India, and the value chain along the entire spectrum will get the benefit of this. So the benefit is definitely going to trickle down to the farmer, for whom the raw material cost will go up once the raw material processing starts in the earnest, using it 100%.
Organic food products are in demand across the world, and organic farming has a lot of potential in our country too. Will this event be also helpful to farmers practicing organic farming and natural food products?
Of course, there is a lot of demand for organic food, not just in Indian market, but a lot in the export market. More than that, the organic foods will ultimately be the final destination for us if we are unable to find a solution to the chemicals that we are putting into the food production system. We understand that APIDA does a lot of work as far as the organic food production activities are concerned. But we would want to bring to the fore that Northeast is coming in a big way along with the Ministry of Donor, and they are going to demonstrate a lot on this area, and things will be of great interest to watch here as to how organic processing is done there and how good the taste of the food that they make is available in the market.
As the theme of the 3-day mega event is Showcase, Connect and Collaborate, your closing remarks on the same please?
We have the 3 words, of course, but we also have the tagline, Processing for Prosperity. So the idea is to let people come showcase their products, connect with other producers, other suppliers and other industries, and collaborate with them, and finally process the food in a form that finally brings in prosperity for everyone who's dealing with the matter. So the tagline and the 3 words are the themes, are the basic thing for which we are working. And I look forward that after these 3 days and in the coming times when the impact of the event will show, we will know how good it was and how we were able to showcase, connect and collaborate to bring prosperity for everybody.
Thanks for talking to Akashvani News, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
You were listening to an exclusive interview with Anita Praveen, Secretary, Ministry of Food Processing Industry, on World Food India 2023. Interviewer was Aditya Shukla, Akashvani correspondent. This program was produced and presented by the News Services Division of Akashvani. You can listen to it on our mobile app, News on AIR. This program is also available on our YouTube channel, News on AIR Official. You may share your feedback about this program through email at airnsttalks@gmail.com or WhatsApp on 928 90